Welcome guys back, my name is Senki from digislots and today we talk about OP06. We have a new meta coming, we have new leaders coming, we have a shift in the meta, but we will talk about that in the video. But first, right, left, hit out the thumbs up button for more awesome content and subscribe for free, leave a like because we have a giveaway and comment what is your favorite OP06 jar, character, leader, what you want. What you can win: a mat from Mat, one of my sponsors, Digital 5, and BR Yu-Gi-Oh! Shop. You find the links down below if you want to see BR Yu-Gi-Oh! Shop sending out €2 free. You saw maybe on Instagram, you can search as well down there and leave a follow, then you can see special giveaways on the Instagram channel. And what we doing is giving out one display from the new set or one mat, and I have something for the second place as well. We need 9 subscribers to subscribe for free, will be a lot of help, appreciated. And we got something new as well for supporting and sponsoring the channel. If you want to support and sponsor, you can get a membership for only €1 each month, or if you want to do a higher thing, you can see behind the scenes stuff or videos I'm doing, or do you want it to do or I do a special deck profile or something else, then you can do this as well with the membership task you have there and special requirements. Thank you guys for the supporting. We have one right now, and at the end of the video it will be a shout out as always. Thank you guys for always your support. Let's go into this nice video. Okay guys, we are right now at the deck list and we start off first with some decks I will throw into. First one, we doing a little bit of red. Ace is a solid tier 3 deck. You get a little bit of support. You can play the 10 drop if you want to, the new 10 drop Shanks. On play, kill up to one of your character with 10,000 power or less. You can shrink them in the deck as well, and it's pretty cool to have it as a huge boss monster, but nothing else as support. We're getting Zadly for the deck. You can play, if you want to, the Rise Max in a very rush version if you want to play it. It's pretty cool because active main, you might place this character at the bottom of the owner's deck if up to one of your opponent's minus 3,000 power in his turn. It is like Gordon. It's pretty cool, and I think you can put it in red if you want to, a little bit spicier of support. And then we talk about Zoro, because I showed you the red support as well. Zoro tier 2, sadly not even in the tier 1 right now, because it will be a shift of a meta. Zoro doing well as Sakazuki, he will do now, with Sakazuki gaining a little bit of support, what is pretty important to notice, and it's pretty hard for him to compare with the deck. And yes, good, nothing more here. We have some options, but we're not counting them in. The rest is for another deck, and we going now for the Kainu. It is tier 3 as well. Sadly, it is not that good, not getting that much support. We have a little bit of support, yes, but it's bluish. It is that we can search up a Navy, and he is only black. That's the reason why he don't getting support in the set. And for black, we don't have much support to get. Then we talk about Law. Law as well is a tier 2 deck, a really solid deck. Not gaining that much support from the new sets in the future. There are some new cards he will get, but not quite that support you want to do at your deck or can put into your deck. You can play, if you want to, the Holy Jones. It is a 7 rush card on play, right up to 2 total of your opponent's characters. You can store, build up your deck, and then build a huge threat to your opponent with this character, and then can loop something and swing again to suspending something for going for an end board. You can do that if you want to. If you don't want to play the ACOS kit or something like that, if you high end, then it's this better than that. Arlong is for me a tier 3 deck. One of my guys Carson playing, having fun with it, but not quite that what you want to have as a support. We saw we have nothing special here. Blue gets a really cool card, the Java Pudding. On play, your opponents return all the cards to their hand and deck shuffle then and draw 5 cards if they're having 5 cards, and it's really cool. And yeah, then you're having 7 cards like the Law, a punishment, and you have a blue punishment what is pretty nice. So it's a little bit of support if you want to play that, but Fishman support or is not quite. What we're getting here, a little bit of stuff you can throw it in as well, yeah, but I think it's not that quite good. Big Mom, I play versus Big Mom. It's pretty cancer if they playing into the board, and it's pretty good versus the black decks. I will put it as a tier 2. It's pretty nice. You're stalling a lot of time out, and black cards are support as well for her. As new yellow cards we're getting a new package coming right at it. This is really good for Chale Katakuri and Enel. Let me search it. Here we go. We have the Onami on play up to one of your leader against Spanish, and as a KO it is Thunderbolt trigger, pretty nice. Then we have the Kikuyu. On KO, if you have 3 life or less, you can add 1 card, and trigger you can play her. If you have 3 or less life cards, you can play this card. Then we got the Kisuri Hiyori on play. You might add 1 card from your top or to the bottom life cards and add up to 1 card from your hand to top or bottom life. It's pretty cool. 2000 counter. Then we got the Kosuki Momonosuke. It's a blocker. It's pretty cool on yellow, especially on play. Add up to 1 of your Land of the Wano type characters other than Kosuki Momo for the top or bottom of your own life cards face up. It's pretty cool. You get some more stuff. You can play the Nekomamushi as well if you want to. We getting new new event cards, sorry, coming from Digimon. Care up to 1 of your opponent's character, 5 costs or less. Pretty good versus Zabo if they don't play it this turn. Or if your opponent has 1 life card, you deal 1 damage, and it's pretty nice. It's really, really nice. It's always support. And with coming then to the yellow decks, I will put Enel as a tier 1 and Katakuri I will do. We don't have 1.5 right now. I will do 1.5. Give me a sec. Tier 2, then we're making Not Rogue, we're making tier 3. Then these boys coming into tier 3. Big Mom as a tier 2. Zoro, Law. I think Law is tier 1.5 as well. And then we do Enel at top as tier 1. And where is the Katakuri? We're doing as 1.5 because I think Enel is right better or did top more at Japanese style, but Katakuri do as good as Enel itself. We're coming to yellow deck. Suspending stuff, rushing over was one of the key card points. Yamato. I would do Yamato as a 1.5 deck. It didn't top so much. At the first beginning, the decks coming out, yes, it was pretty good. Yes, they didn't know what to do, but the meta shifted really, really fast and did success on not going with Yamato anymore. It had double attack, what is pretty good for a leader. Has 4 life. Active main. Once per turn, if your opponent has 3 or less life cards, give up to 2 of the Residon cards to one of your characters, not leader. Especially sadly not that, because then will be much better. And I think she can do pretty good, but I think as a lesser 1.5 deck. It is just suspending stuff on board and going face. Nothing more as this deck. And I think player know how to play with the deck in Japanese. We are not knowing this here right now, and I think that's the reason why she can do making tops, but I think later on, sadly not. Then Garb, tier 3, sadly no support for you, as well the Odin. We're getting new Odin stuff and new support, and this characters, one of them can maybe go into tier 3 as well. Iceberg Bro, you're getting support soon, and it's really pretty cool if he gets support. He's a tier 3 deck. Crocodiles going down to tier 2 as well. Not getting that much support. The pulling is cool to have, but it's not quite that strong. And Doflamingo as well, tier 2. Blue meta is done. They're not gaining any support of that or any cards they can possibly get stuff. We didn't see Dofi. And meanwhile you have now an 8-drop what you can put down. That's pretty cool as a blue player. To gaining a little bit more of block. You have a really nice placed up to 2 character cards with 6 gold less to the bottom of the deck. What is pretty nice. You have some little bit stuff you can put into, but not quite that stuff what you want to. First of all, Sakazuki, it is the best leader in OP06. Nothing else can someone say to me. This card or this leader is so broken. You notice it's an OP05 and it gets support in OP06. Like I told you, you gain the Tashigi. you gain the Amano Marakumo sword. Yeah, you can play this if you want to, but you can play Eruption as well. And then since your leader is black, yeah, it's no racism here, but you having, let me search black, you have the big buy, Maria, making your combos expansional good. You have now this amount of combo, and with Maria you have this amount of combo. It's pretty insane what one card can do. Special summoning, if you know this from Yu-Gi-Oh! Something on your board is pretty cool, and I think Sakazuki gets a spot for the best deck. Kaido, leader, sadly, as well as tier 3. The other Kaido does tier 2. The Big Mom leader sadly is I would say tier 2 because of the new support they're getting. A little bit better than the other ones. And I will do that to that thinking. Smoker, sadly tier 3, as well as the Black Ruffy, sadly not. We're getting a little bit support for Zabo, but not quite that good. Bello Betty is a tier 2 deck as well, something coming out of the life. It's pretty annoying to have that, but I think it will do it here. Corazon, sadly tier 3. I'm sorry for that. Nami, tier 1.5. Blue having not quite that support. Yes, you get one of your leader gains 1000 power during this turn, then reveal one card off the top of the deck, play up the character with 2 costs or less. You can then play the Kavandel Broker, search your top 3 cards again and do stuff. You can have some shenanigans, or up to one of your leader character gains 1000 power, then draw 1 card, then you get your deck thinner. Yes, you can play that if you want to, but we see that this deck is really good and you don't need to say, Nami is not good. The guys or people playing it and successing with it on tournaments compared to that is really niche, but they're doing it. And it's pretty cool to see from that leader side. Okay, we talk about now for the rest of the stuff. It's nothing quite changed here. Some leaders. Ivankov Blue getting a bit of support. Sadly in tier 3. Magalan, I will put tier 2. The kid is always good for the double swinging. You're having hard time. It's pretty annoying. Sanji sadly tier 3. We didn't saw him. Law will put as a higher tier 2. It's annoying to play with him, and if you have his cards, then it's pretty good. But more control meta do him not good. And yellow as well, he has problems, so at the end, not good matchups coming here as well. Red Purple Luffy, I will do as tier 1.5. It's a really good deck, having always the kind of strength and late game potential is pretty nice. As well, you can put the 10 drop in it. For Dofi, we have like an okay card. You can on KO up to one of your rested opponent's cards level 4, what is pretty cool. We get a new 2 Shark Arrows, make up to 2 of your opponent's characters with 3 or less rested, what is pretty nice. You have the Noah, on play rest all of your opponent's character. You have some stuff you can play in Dofi if you want to, and I think for this one I will go as a higher spot in tier 2, nearly tier 1.5, but in higher spot as tier 2. Ruffy do nothing here, we have the Croc, we have the Dread here, not the normal art. Kid Leader do nothing, Ruffy do nothing, Shanks do nothing sadly. Wabruchi I can say is a tier 2 deck pretty okay, with now getting black support a little bit with Moria, he can do stuff. Whitebeard is a higher tier 2 deck, not getting that quite much of a potential support, so staying there. Zephyr sadly not quite there. Queen getting support, we getting a new Sanji, on play within 1 card off the top of the deck and play up to 1 character card with cost 9. Other than Sanji, and you can search your top 5 cards and then put the it's the following turn you can play Sanji, and then you do it on your top deck, the 5 cards with the Perona, and then you can play out the Mihawk or stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Or yeah, it's nice. It's nice combo potential. It's pretty okay, not quite good, but a higher tier 2 spot you're getting. Sadly not something. Rebecca as well, sadly not, but getting a little bit of support. Vivi doing nothing as well, and Yamato, I would do yellow support a little bit. We can do it. Tier 2. Now, all the rest of the new decks. Okay, Ruffy is not new, but Ruffy, I will put one as a lower tier 1.5 decks compared to the others. It is okay. It's doing okay. We're having not quite that much of purple stuff. We're getting only with Ranger stuff. Let me search it up. Here we go. We're getting the Reiju stuff that you can evolve up into higher stuff and can play it out. It is okay what we're getting. We're getting more support for that. And yeah, Ruffy can abuse it so much, but it is okay, I would say. Then we got the new, I will do the new, this was on the first side, the new Uta film support. When attacking you, might trash one film card type from your hand, give up to one of your opponent's character minus 2000 power during this turn, then add up to one Dawn card from the Dawn deck rested. I think the other, oh, I forgot the other Uta. The green Uta. Green Uta is for me as well a higher tier 2 deck, but quite not compared to that one. I would think Uta, it is like Dolphy, but I think better. I will put the Uta starter deck at tier 1.5. I will do a tier 1.5 just to recognize it, and I will put it in the comments down below. But the new Uta is for me a good tier 2 deck. You can play purple with reddish, it's pretty cool, but didn't do so much at the Japanese side, sadly, but it's okay. Perona is a 1.5 deck, one of the higher ones. Why? Because they won one tournament and always is there a Perona. Her ability is really broken compared to having green stuff in your deck and as well black, but you play mostly black, and the artwork of the leader is just perfect. Active once per turn, choose one. Rise up to one of your opponent's character for cost 4 or less, or give up to one of your opponent's character -1 during the turn. You use the for rest a lot of times for cost, so you can reduce it, the cost, and then can suspend a higher one. Is pretty nice. You can play Holy into it if you want to in the deck. It's pretty cool to play this, and Control the Perona was always the best pick option you got in this whole set. It is pretty nice. I think it's pretty cool. I love it. Reiju is tier 1. I know Sims and stuff like that, but the deck is pretty consistent, do a lot of stuff, and if they have the end board with the Garb, with the Judge on board, and it's pretty hard for some decks. Reiju, your turn, once per turn when a Dawn card is on your field is returned, you can draw one card. What's the opponent's effect doing? You having effect 1 Dawn -1. You might trash this character if your leader has Geometry 6, play 1 Wind Smoke, 7 cost from your hand from your trash, and then you play the Wind Smoke Ichi from your trash with low cost, so you're having a big body in the beginning of the game on board, on play. You can do stuff with them, it's pretty annoying, so you're ranking them higher up into the suits. It's pretty cool mechanic they're having, and I think it's pretty annoying to play with them. And purple is always annoying, and yeah, I think it's the better Ruffy deck, for sure. For sure, Reiju is pretty good. And then we have Maria for the last one. I will put as tier 1 as well. Especially I will play it because it's pretty cool. His ability to trash cards and then revive them back is pretty nice. You can play the Hand Loop Maria. You can play the Marine Maria with more consistency. It's pretty cool. One of your main targets you want to get back is your Perona to steal a card, so your opponent's choosing. And when you're playing the Hand Loop, you can play the negative follow you can choose, and you can add up the negative follow back again with the Doctor. It's pretty nice. That's your loop you're doing all the time, and then your opponent don't have hand cards, or you want to do going on board and playing later then on with Rebecca and stuff like that with Rob Lucci. Controlling your opponent's board is pretty nice. You have a bad matchup versus Sakazuki, a better matchup versus yellow, stuff like that is pretty okay. But I think this will be pretty cool as a deck, and I will play it. And yes, this was my whole tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have anything to say about this, we can talk about that. We always need to learn and stuff about that. Don't put negative comments like I don't like this list. Post comments like I don't like this list because of that and that reason. Maybe I don't see something. We are all humans, just to mention that. And thank you guys as always for watching. I wish you best of luck in OP06 at the pre-release, at pulling, stuff like that. Good luck on your journey to finding the One Piece. Your Senki, I am out. And at the end, shout out to memberships for Champion Highest Rank, ADF Wolf. Thank you very much for supporting this channel, and always stay super.